What does it mean to be a person of high value? Well, if you ask different people, you might get different answers about status, money, education, and even how you get along with other people. We think it's a combination of all of the above and something else. You could be surprised. What do you know? You can start working on some things right now. We know that Elixrs want to improve their growth mindset if they want to be more valuable on the market. This video is a must-see, so grab a drink, open your notes, and let's find out how you can become the best version of yourself. First, do what you can to help others win. Eventually, you will get what you want if you help enough people get what they want. This is at the top of the list because, honestly, it's one of the best ways to make yourself feel better about yourself. A big part of the process is realizing that you have to give value to the market if you want to be more valuable to it. It's a chance to learn more than anything else. You might not have much to give at first. That's okay, though. We all have to start from somewhere. Start by learning from others and helping them reach their goals. Learn as much as you can from their successes and failures along the way. Let's make this point clearer by telling a story. When Warren Buffett first met Benjamin Graham, who would become his mentor, back in 1951, he offered to work for him for free. Warren knew too well how valuable it would be for him to learn from one of Wall Street's most famous traders. But Graham told him at first that he was too expensive. He kept Warren around because he knew Warren would eventually carry on his work, but he didn't hire him until 3 years later. Warren Buffett helped Benjamin a lot with his work, and some people say that's why he decided to write down what he knew in the end. Everything else is history. But look at where Warren Buffett is now. He's one of the most successful investors in the world and has a net worth of over $100 billion as of November 2022, making him the world's 6th wealthiest person. And he started out as a newbie, helped his men win, and got a lot of knowledge in return, which made him a role model for success over time. And this, my friend, is an example of increasing your value through learning from others as much as you can. And if you help them win without expecting anything in return, you can be sure that they'll likely do the same for you. If they don't, you've at least gained some valuable experience that you can use when you're feeling more confident. Don't forget to thank them for everything they taught you, and then go out and write the story of your life. By then, you'd have a possible partner, a backpack full of knowledge, good relationships, and a strong network. Overall, you'd be worth more. Remember that everything we know is the result of the work of thousands of people who lived and thought before us. If you can't find a good mentor, you can read about their lives on the internet and learn from them. It's not the same, but it's a good place to start. Number 2. Become a jack of all trades. In his timeless novel, Time Enough to Love, Robert Heinlein boldly said that specialization is for insects. What he meant by that is a competent person is a stick figure who, besides all their inherent qualities, exhibits a very wide range of abilities and knowledge. In some ways, the competent person is a polymath in this day and age. This statement probably rings true more than ever because we live in a globalized world. In some ways, the competent person is a polymath, and in this day and age, this statement probably rings true more than ever because we live in a globalized world. Back in the day, being a master of the craft was the way to go because people didn't have access to unlimited information like we do today. To stay alive, they had to become experts at something. But the times have changed. Being a one-trick pony can take you places, but the world has become more competitive than ever and it requires you to be all in. This is a risky approach and it might work. But being able to do more than one job has its benefits. First, you learn more about a lot of different things, which people like. This can also help you in social situations. For example, if you're in a room with people who work in a lot of different fields, you can easily start a conversation if you're well educated and know a little bit about each one. People love to talk about themselves, and if you can add to the conversation, they will enjoy your company. This can help you to make new friends, grow your network and establish the fact that you're a smart individual. It's also a great opportunity to learn from the expertise of others. You can see how this can make you a more valuable person. Curious people do this a lot because they want to know everything, which is obviously impossible. But if you know a little bit about a lot of different fields, like economics, geopolitics, philosophy, stocks, crypto psychology, neuroscience, or anything else, it will help you connect a lot of dots and get a bigger picture of the world that many people don't have. It's up to you to decide, and if you feel you have natural born talent and a certain niche, then by all means go ahead and take the world by storm and showcase your skills. But for most people, it's best to be a jack of all trades, especially if you're in your 20s. Just try out different things and see what works best for you. We know you're good enough. Besides, that's how most people find out what they really want to do with their lives. Unless your passion is the world, in which case you should do number 3 and become the CEO of your own life. We saved this one for last because it really ties everything else together. A high-value person is someone who can take care of themselves, knows how to handle their finances, is independent, and has a good relationship with themselves. Yes, we're talking about self-respect here. You need to have faith in your ability to do well. And the only way to do that is to work hard every day and see good results. Yesterday, we made a video about how to become more independent. This point has a lot to do with that video, so make sure to watch it if you haven't already. It goes really well with this video. Becoming the CEO of your own life is hard, but that doesn't mean it has to take a long time. We have something nice for you. Alexa, or over the weekend, we launched Freelance Mastery, a premium learning experience that is meant to turn you from an employee into the CEO of your life. We spent the last year putting together what we think is the best guide to help you start your own business, take control of your money and time, and learn how to position yourself in the modern market. Go to alox.com/freelance and sign up. We'll keep this open for 1 week and then it's over. You'll lie, and you'll likely need to start over or find other ways to make money. This course will help you adjust to this new world so that you can do well in it. So do the smart thing, and start putting money into yourself right away. Now coming back to the point, every possible action that you take every day will have a compound effect. Believe us when we say that doing this will give you a lot of satisfaction because you'll finally be able to live a stable life. All of it comes down to this: your vibe is what brings your tribe to you. And with every step you take, make sure to always surround yourself with people that have similar goals. They will encourage you to keep going. And whenever times get tough, remember, where there's a will, there's a way. Things are not always going to be smooth sailing, but the journey is worth it because of the transformation that will take place while writing your story. Make sure to always check in on your emotions, give back to others, respect people, and don't let your future success blind you. The best-selling author and founder of the Daily Stoic, Ryan Holiday, said it best in his book that shares the same title, Ego is the Enemy. He is so into this idea that he got a tattoo on his hand of this dame to remind him of it. If you fall into this trap, your own ego can make you less valuable as a person. So keeping it under control will help you a lot in life. That's all for today. Looks at where you agreed with me the most. Tell us in the comments section below, and don't forget to tell us what was the one thing in your life that made you realize your true worth. We're very interested to hear. And because you've watched this far, here's a little something extra. 4. Don't complain about the world. Instead, try to find answers. People with a lot of worth tend to look down on people who act this way. Why? Because they want to do something instead of just complain. This kind of behavior usually wastes time for both sides. So instead, try to keep your cool when things get hard. Also, you know more about your situation than anyone else does. So the answers to your questions and problems will always be inside you. All you have to do is accept them and fix them. Remember that the best success stories are about people who worked hard for a long time and went through a lot of hard times. Take Michael Jordan as an example. When he was a kid, he sold used clothes to make money. One of the things that helped him become the best basketball player of all time was that he was so determined. He had the discipline, courage, and will to get through it. Hard times can help you become a strong person. If you decide to get over it, you have the power to do so, and that's how you become a real, valuable person.